Hello, everyone. Welcome to Higher Mind Oracle with me, Catherine Nicole. We're going to dive right into this Mars retrograde in Leo and then in Cancer, December 6th, 2024 to February 23rd, 2025, and what that's like. There could be harsher energies, a lot of ego out there. So beware of that and who and what you're engaging in and allowing into your life, because Mars in distortion can be very angry, right? There may be anger popping up in you about certain things from the past, right? It's retrograde going back. So be sure to, ground yourself and get the wisdom from it, right? And immerse yourself in the kind of more Cancer vibe with the love. We're going to talk about the first house because Mars is ruled by the first house. So that's all about self. So we're going to get some messages there. Also, Leo ruled by the sun, Cancer ruled by the moon. So the sun and moon, very opposite energies, masculine and feminine. And it's about the self so that we can actually expand into this new world. Like the gateway is open. There's the castle back there. Welcome to your new life. That's the feeling I'm getting. But it's a really powerful time, you guys. This feels really big to me. So we're going to take a little time here. There's a lot of different messages that want to come out. But I'm going to start with a little bit of a reading from PandoraAstrology.com because I like what they have to say. If you know a little bit about the planetary archetypes in astrology, you may know that Mars is your inner hero. Mars is the keeper of your energy, drive, vitality, self-assertion, and potency. Understanding the larger Mars cycle can help you go after what you want in life. So what happens during the retrograde? So what we're going to read here is how does Mars retrograde in Leo, like what does it feel like to be in Leo and Cancer? And I'm going to read what they have to say there. And I pulled some cards when I was meditating prior. And it is interesting because I didn't pull this up till after that. It kind of goes with it. Mars begins this retrograde period in Leo, where our inner hero is proud, flashy, extroverted, performative, and playful. However, during this transit, you may question the source of your vital energy and experience some problems or conflicts regarding egotism or a tendency to make yourself the center of attention. You may need to discover more balanced ways of existing in the spotlight. Now, that can be for you or someone else, close to you. You may notice these things as well. When Mars backs up into Cancer, a more sensitive side of your warrior nature can emerge. And you'll be asked to incorporate that emotional awareness and care for others into your drive to achieve, conquer, and win. But Mars doesn't do well in Cancer. This is a sign of fall, where he struggles the most. In fact, in this emotional water sign, Mars can be a whiny warrior. So watch out for that. People whining, complaining, poor me, that energy. Let's let go of that right now. Some of the challenges will include being direct instead of avoiding conflict, managing your own psychology and avoiding self-sabotage. Reach out to me, I can help you with that. And sticking to your own plan instead of battling on behalf of someone you sympathize with. Wow, these are all really good things to think about, guys, and to explore. You may have to reconcile your relationship with your own tears. If you habitually never cry, this transit may break that self-imposed limitation. If you habitually use tears as a weapon, this transit may cause you to see what this manipulative habit costs you. Wow. And I just have to read something else. There's so much on. If you want to explore it, I'm not an astrologist. Intuitively, I understand. But it's kind of interesting. And at the very end, they say, when has this happened before? So if you were around and alive, think back to these periods. Previous Mars retrogrades. I like what they call them because I just think it's funny. October 2022 to January 2023, Mars in Gemini. Mars retrograde in Gemini, the nerdy warrior. the nerdy warrior. So think about that. June 26th to August 27th, 2018, Mars in Aquarius and Capricorn. The uncanny hero, Fox Mulder's quest to prove extraterrestrial life. So your quest to prove yourself, perhaps. April 17th to June 30th, 2016, Mars in Sagittarius and Scorpio. Mars RX 2016 is like Star Wars, the hero's loss of innocence and the encounter with evil. And then we have March 1st, 2014 through May 19th, 2014, Mars in Libra, the deadly diplomat. I just think it's all about the hero's journey. And those are just interesting time periods. 2014, 2016, 2018, 2022, 23. Because retrogrades are all about kind of looking at the past, not necessarily to get stuck in it, but make sure it's all cleared up so you can move forward. Make sure you got all the richness of what you went through and what you learned during those time periods. So those may be fun to explore. If you'd like to explore that at a deeper level, reach out. We can do that. That'll be a lot of fun. My information is below. Okay, so we're going to talk about this first house of self. It stood out to me and it feels important. The first house is our dressing room for a life, and the place where our soul lives, our body temple and our spirit castle in the clouds, decked out in the colors of our ascendant sign. So your ascending sign is your rising sign, like mine is Scorpio. So if you want to look online for a free astrology report, you can see what your ascendant is. So your body temple and your spirit castle, so heaven and earth, right? Decked out in the colors of your ascendant sign. So looking up what those colors are, right? Ruler of our personality, the first house is the realm of it's consciousness itself, the jar containing the firefly of our awareness. It is the manner with which we project ourselves and the eyes through which we see. Our cosmic profile page, the first house, governs our approach to new beginnings and shows the role we are here to play in the movie of our life. I love that because I've made references to that. You're the director, you're the main star, you're the writer, producer. So how do you want it to go, right? And so this is like the first house saying, using the Aries energy, the Mars energy, the fire energy to get you going and for these new beginnings. And this is from the Numinous Astro deck, by the way. The place we get to test our freshest material. The first house is also the platform for our most authentic self-expression. The degree to which we feel empowered in this, a measure of our overall vitality. Now let's think about that for a moment. Your overall vitality, how you feel, the energy you have, is affected by the fact if you are expressing yourself authentically and actually speaking your truth and going after what you desire and setting healthy boundaries, or are you holding back and holding that in, and that's really depleting your energy. It's empowering to speak our truth from a heart-centered place, but it's important to speak our truth. Planets positioned here in our chart show the parts of us that are learning how to assert themselves. I love it. And coaches who help us become more and more us. Oh, I am that empowerment coach. I am an empowerment coach, relationship coach. Reach out to me. Yes, that is so important. And I had to learn the hard way and the long way, in a sense, by myself. And you don't have to do that. So please reach out. Please reach out. I really be an honor to help you. A celestial body transiting the first becomes a guest star with the clout to influence our whole world view. Whoa. So see, what you have to say is you're a star here, and what you have to say has a trickle effect, a domino effect, whether you say it in a big way or just a personal one-to-one situation that would be really beneficial for you to do that and shine your light on it. You're going to change the world. You're going to change your world, and you're going to change other people's world. I mean, that's pretty incredible. See, this is why it's so powerful. Okay, so when I was meditating, I asked the question with my Osho Zen Tarot. I asked, what is it going to be like to start this Mars retrograde? Because it's like, the 3 months, right? It starts in December, and then there's January, and then there's February. So I was like, what's that going to look like? And what is the underlying energy? So what does that look like at the beginning right now? Like and if you're listening to this at a different time, let it be the first month, and it's like a 3-month period, right? So this first month is the Emperor came out, but the Rebel, it says. So a different way of doing things, a different way of building an empire, a different way of seeing things, bringing everything in that you've learned, see all the different colors and patterns, and bringing it together into one beautiful tapestry. And like, you see the foot, like kind of breaking the chains of the past, breaking the chains of the self-imposed limitations set by others. But it's like you're breaking the chains. There's a breakthrough here. And sometimes you have to use a little force. And so that's when that Mars energy and that Leo energy, right, can be really important to step into, but in the light, in the truth, with the angel wings behind you, right? So this is like the sacred, divine, masculine collective realizing we can't do it the same way anymore. We have to bring more femininity, the Cancer energy, the emotional energy into it. We have to bring our feminine into it. So we're going to break these chains of the past, and it might be uncomfortable for a moment. It might not feel good for things to pop up, for you to witness things that are happening, but it's important that we break the chains. Incredible breakthroughs are happening, and this is about taking charge of your life and taking your life back. Wow, you guys. I mean, whoa. So let's read about this a little bit in the book here. And always trust your intuition on this, but, be the rebel, be different. There's a new way, a new path. That's what all these the younger generations, I just love them. They're so colorful, and they're so much higher minded. They might not be emotionally mature yet if they're young, but they are higher minded. They are getting information from the divine. So it's important for us, the people that have been around longer, to be the love, to show them the peace, to help them find that emotional stability, because that's key here. Because it's when your emotions are out of balance, it's usually not a good thing, right? Okay, so I am going to read a little bit here. People are afraid, very much afraid of those who know themselves. Oh, yeah. They have a certain power, a certain aura, and a certain magnetism and charisma that can take out alive young people from the traditional imprisonment. Can we get a hallelujah, please? And an amen right there. Wow. So you are magnetic. You have the power, the aura, the charisma to change things. And I talked about the youth, and it is really important that we are the examples. Or if you are the youth, come out of that imprisonment of the traditions, be the rebel, do things a different way, from love, not anger and fear. Love, peace. Oh, yes. The enlightened man cannot be enslaved. That is the difficulty, and he cannot be imprisoned. Every genius who has known something of the inner is bound to be a little difficult to be absorbed. He is going to be an upsetting force. The masses don't want to be disturbed, even though they may be in misery. They are in misery, but they are accustomed to the misery. And anybody who is not miserable looks like a stranger. Wow, you guys, absorb that. When we are in love and light, we look like strangers to others. It's strange. Love is strange. Wow. The enlightened man is the greatest stranger in the world. He does not seem to belong to anybody. No organization confines him, no community, no society, no nation. Now, I really want you to think about, especially in the United States right now, I really want you to think about that. The enlightened man is the greatest stranger in the world. He does not seem to belong to anybody. No organization confines him. No community, no society, no nation, no government. So the enlightened man is coming to the table now, you guys. The rebel, the one that is going to break the chains and do things differently. And I feel like that is you. That is you in some way, shape, or form. And then we move to this card of new beginnings. So it was interesting that this came out. Existence. Okay, let's keep these here so you guys can see how this flows. So like in the second month or the next step, you know, everybody's going to be different. I mean, some people are going to move through things very quickly and be there to support others, or perhaps you've already moved through it and you're going to be there to support others. What I'm feeling from this card is you just existing in the world, doing nothing, being naked, raw, in your truth, connected to the stars, connected to your higher self, to the divine, to source, to God, to the angels, grounding that into earth, rising up out of the chaos, right? On your beautiful leaf that you're being supported. So you're being supported by Mother Earth with new life, new beginnings. Just you existing is enough. Just you being here. You came here, if you don't know what your purpose is just to be, to relate, to have relationships with people, with your truth. Our very existence is changing right now, and it's pretty powerful. You are not an accidental. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence, and nobody can replace it. That's what gives you dignity, that the whole existence will miss you. The stars, the sun, the moon, the trees, the birds, and earth. Everything in the universe will feel a small place is vacant, which cannot be filled by anybody except you. This gives you a tremendous joy, a fulfillment that you are related to existence, and existence cares for you. Once you are clean and clear, you can see tremendous love falling on you from all dimensions. Wow. Yes, I feel it. Oh, I feel it. That is just incredibly, incredibly beautiful. So we're moving into that, and that peaceful place comes from going within, from doing the work, from allowing yourself to heal and just be. Because the 4 with the Emperor, the rebel, comes stability. When you break the chains, when you let go, when you connect to your truth. And then we move into the, like, let's say, latter part of this retrograde. And I just really want you to look at this image if you can, if you have an opportunity, and I'll describe it to you. So you have this woman sitting in meditation and peace and what looks like kind of waves like water. So the Cancer energy, immersing yourself in your emotions, right? Turning into your emotional body, finding so much peace there. And then there's all these faces and ghosts of the past and all the different emotions that you felt, all the different energies in the world that are not for you, being cleared away as you find the peace. See how they're like separating and being cleared. So things are being cleared, peace is coming, and those voices, those fears, those doubts, those insecurities are going away by turning in, by turning in the towel. Like, you know what I mean? Like just turning it in. I'm done. I'm going to go in. I'm here to exist. I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to relate. That's what you came here to do. Relate with yourself and relate with the world. Relate with others. Find the peace. There is stability. Look, 4 is a big number for you. 4 represents the angels and stability and balance and peace coming, healing, new beginnings. And then we're going to read a little bit about that, but I wanted to show you what was at the bottom. Just slowing down, because retrogrades will force you to slow down. So maybe you've been moving too fast. Things, your mind is moving too fast and you've just been busy, 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 right? During the holiday times, this always happens towards the end of the year, right? So it's kind of that time. So slow down. Or take a walk. Slow and steady wins the race here, right? Slow down, take a breath, review what you've learned, decide what direction you want to go. Turning inwards is not a turning at all. Going inwards is not a going at all. Turning inwards simply means that you have been running after this desire and that, and you have been running, and you have been coming again and again to frustration. That each desire brings misery, that there is no fulfillment through desire, that you never reach anywhere, that contentment is impossible. Seeing this truth, that running after desire takes you nowhere, you stop. Not that you make any effort to stop. If you make any effort to stop, it is again running in a subtle way. You are still desiring. Maybe now it is the desirelessness that you desire. If you are making an effort to go in, you are still going out. Any effort can only take you outwards. All journeys are outward journeys. Wow, this is interesting. We're going to talk about it. This is what the book is saying. There are no inward journey. How can you journey inwards? You already are there. Oh, I love it. Just reminding you, you're already there. There is no point in going. You are already there. Just be. Just exist. You're already there. You're exactly where you're meant to be. When going stops, journeying disappears. When desiring is no more clouding your mind, you are in. This is called turning in, but it is not a turning at all. It is simply not going out. And that may be a literal message to not go out, to stay in. Spend some time with yourself. So that's a message for someone, and you're already there. See, people, sometimes say, oh, it's hard to meditate. Meditation can just be vacuuming, doing the dishes, taking a walk. It's just being with yourself, really. Turning in is you're already there. It's releasing the distractions of everything else and slowing down. Just be. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to just get a little more on this. Let's put these up here. The 4 with stability coming to you now. Peace coming to you now. And I have the Malefic deck. We're just going to cut it. I've already prayed and shuffled. Just want to get a little bit more on what could potentially trigger you or happen that maybe you need to be aware of right now. What do we need to be aware of, Spirit, that could be coming with this more sort of toxic energy, this angry, aggressive, ego-centered energies? What can we get from that? What do we need to know about that? The 8 of Swords, that it's this is self-sabotage, okay? So don't do that. And this is all about taking your power back. So what I feel is you're taking your power back from all those fears, from the fighting, from the anger, from the ego-centered ways of perhaps yourself and others. It's taking your power back, but this can be self-sabotage, being all up in your head. So be aware of that. Be careful of that. If it feels like fear, it's not your truth. So then you explore it, and that's how you do that, is take your power back, right? And explore what's making you feel that way. Yeah, and something about a stalemate, like I feel that it's opening up. So you may not expect some kind of communication or a path of communication to open up, but something's been in a stalemate, and it actually is opening up. And part of it is for you to realize that nothing has power and control over you. Nobody does. This is about you taking the power back in your mental body, what you're focused on, what you're thinking about, how are you speaking to yourself and others. That's going to open the door. So there's choices to be made here. I feel you're taking your power back and you're standing up for yourself. And that's really important right now. Yeah, look at that. Knave of Swords, it's all sword energy. And look at the dragon. That's all the anger. That's all the confusion. That's all that manipulation. And look at you. Perfect peace. Integrating all that you've learned. Only going in, but you're not really in. You're just there. Nothing can penetrate the walls of protection that are around you. Nothing. Wow. So that's what you can expect. There is going to be some kind of communication that it may be kind of angry towards you, or you may speak your truth and you're fearing that it's going to make other people angry, and you're worried about that. But it's part of the process because it's part of their experience. And if someone does come at you, be the peace, be the love, walk away, speak your truth, take your power back. Yeah, come on. Naked and raw in your truth with love just sprinkled on, right, is protecting you. Yeah, sometimes it is a little bit bloody of a battle. It's hard. I feel people have kind of devalued you and kind of put you in a corner and made you feel less than. And you've always known, the truth. And this is, justice coming and licking all of that truth, all of that stuff that you've learned. You're getting some kind of confirmation because you've been through the ringer. And something about just you existing bothers people, but that's because they're not in their truth. When people are not living in authenticity and you are, believe me, I know personally, it's hard for people to be around people that are extremely authentic because most people aren't. And so by you being authentic, yes, it may be tough, but you're protected. You've got this. And whatever intuitive information has been coming to you, there's some kind of communication, something that's coming in that you're just like, it's a confirmation. And it's like, look at all the swords. Even the high priestess has the sword energy. There's an extreme amount of clarity coming to all the times you felt stuck, to all the times that you were trapped in your head and you sabotage things, and you're not doing that anymore. Anything else here? Oh, and then we're going to transition into what's coming, what's manifesting out of this. And look at the Two of Cups. And the High Priestess is you connecting with your higher self and choosing the high road, choosing love. Something balancing out in a connection. This can be best friends, soulmates coming together by you taking the high road, by you speaking your truth, by you being the love and really connecting with your higher self. I mean, that's extremely important to bring this love in, because that's what's going to bridge the gap from this fear-based, toxic sort of masculine energy, right? Bringing in the feminine, because that's important. It's being talked about everywhere. So the fact that there's a feminine there and there's a feminine energy here, whatever you resonate with, it's just your inner feminine, right? Rising up, trusting your intuition. That's what's going to change things. And you always have a choice, right? This is about choices. Like, what do you choose? I personally feel like choosing the love, and the moon represents the feminine energy, represents the darkness, the shadows, the fears, the insecurities, that self-sabotage, right? The blocks. But it also represents when you transmute that into the light of the sun and get the clarity of the sun and crack open this new life, walk through the new door, welcome to your new world, right? Kind of feeling the pearls of wisdom then come forward. That's your intuition. So divine feminine in the light is the moon in all of its glory. The divine masculine in the light is the sun in all its glory. And that's what's coming together. Wow. And you can't make this up. Look what's at the bottom of this deck. The sun. Yeah. Getting the clarity, things being healed, the happiest card in the deck, peace. Look, it's peace. Enlightenment. So that's what's at the bottom of the deck here, is the sun. And we started with that rebel energy, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And then we have the emperor with that sacred divine masculine rising up in their feminine energy to change things. Wow. And then I have this, I think it's Spirit Song Tarot. I can't remember, but this is what's going to manifest. And I prayed and shuffled what's coming then in this, when we find the peace and the love, when we choose a different path, when we turn in and slow down, and then we move through this period and we walk through the door, right? The new door. The King of Shells. Okay, you guys, this is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups has been loving to be in all these readings because this is Cancer energy. This is emotional body, emotional intelligence, rising up in that. Oh, the mighty confident seahorse. I love this. The King of Shells, harmony and integrity. This King of Cups is coming your way, and you're finding peace in your emotional body. You're emotionally intelligent, so you're going to attract people that are emotionally intelligent. There is love, peace, and harmony coming your way. This king is rising up as you rise up in this love. It's all about the love. The Seven of Shells, again, more cup energy. Choice and ambitions. It's always a choice. You have a lot of options. There's a lot of love surrounding you, a lot of opportunities. So just, choose a cup, focus on that, and see where it takes you. Because life is all about having experiences. So make the decision to just experience it. But I feel like what this is saying is, because you're making the choice to do the work yourself, to believe in yourself, to let go of the old ways, to break the chains of the past, to take charge, trust yourself, focus on the love. You're immersed in this like dream fantasy reality. So you want to know what the new world is going to feel like? It's going to feel pretty freaking good. And I feel that this masculine energy is making the decision to go towards the feminine, to express love, to explore the love. The Four of Crystals, control and security. Yeah, by releasing control and releasing that holding on so tight. So what this is, the Four of Crystals, Four of Pentacles, is the opposite of the Emperor. So once you break the chains of the past, the poverty mindset, the lack mindset, the I don't have enough to offer, of course you have enough to offer. Just you existing and just you being you is enough. Things are opening up. Security's coming in. It's like you're swimming to the other side. It's kind of like you felt like maybe you were drowning. And it could be debt, some financial things, something's going, it could just be stability in your emotional body, stability with your connections. Something is changing here. And you realize that by taking your power back, that you can swim to the other side. And there's your clarity, right, with the crystals. Crystal clear clarity coming your way. And I feel like someone is swimming your way, because it's like, even though it's crystals, it's swimming in water. I mean, isn't this like is this a crab or a lobster? The Cancer? Doesn't it kind of look like that? Wow, this is a pretty incredible confirmation. And 6 of acorns. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Look at the image. It's like the elk or the deer. I'm not sure exactly, but this is like masculine energy, you taking the lead, being a leader, leadership, success and triumph. Yeah. You're moving into a very successful time where you're being noticed and recognized. You're shining really bright. Wow. By taking charge of this and setting your healthy boundaries and being you and being confident in yourself, things are changing. On the other side of this, when you walk through this door to new life, to a new beginning, it's a whole new world. It feels like in your old world that you're releasing and you love because you learned a lot there. In the old world, people didn't respect you. In the old world, people devalued you. They didn't take you seriously. They didn't recognize who you really were and how powerful you really are. They left you out in the dark. They made you feel like they threw you in and you didn't know how to swim and you had to figure it out. There was not this support that you thought you were going to get. Oh, you can't do that. No, that's not possible. A lot of angry energy. There could have been some emotional, verbal, or some kind of abuse. I'm sending you a lot of love. If that's your story, whatever resonates, but it feels like you're the love, you're the light, you're the truth, but people around you have not been. And so by immersing yourself in the love, by immersing yourself with the divine, just existing, just being with Mother Earth, being with the stars, connecting with your truth, focusing on the love, being the love, trusting, letting go of the who, what, when, where, what time, and just turn in is by doing nothing. It's just being you. And just slow down a little bit. You're moving into a very successful time where people are going to put their foot in their mouth, kind of a feeling, where they're going to say, I feel like some people in your life are going to regret that they didn't choose you, that they didn't support you. It's like a glow up time, I feel. The Knight of Feathers is the Knight of Swords. Action and focus. Yeah, it's time for action. It's time for you to focus. And you're being, look at this, you see feathers, the angels are supporting you. Start seeing feathers on your path. But this is something like, something's changing. And it is communication with the feathers energy and this clarity and speaking your truth and taking action and focus on your goals. Focus on what you truly desire. So this slowing down is going to help you do that. You're going to get clarity, but you have to be ready and open to get the clarity, because sometimes we ask for it, but then when it comes to us about other people or situations or even yourself, it's a little uncomfortable. Allow it to come in, because it's going to change things when you let yourself be honest, with yourself and about others. And so peace is coming, I feel. But there's some kind of action that needs to be taken. Yeah, it's like not staying in this hanged man energy for too long. You need to be here for perspective, right? And to release, but then and have patience and get a new perspective. But I feel like you either are doing that now or you've already done that. And so if you've already done this, it's time to take action. If you haven't done this, get the higher mind perspective and then take action. Hanging out with spirit is a good idea. Yeah, look at this. Oh, I love it. It's that abundance energy, the right buffalo energy, 8 of crystals, dedication, progress. Yeah, when you focus, when you put energy in to your physical world, to your work, to yourself, you're manifesting forward movement because of your dedication. Someone's noticing your dedication to your life, to yourself, to your children, to your job. Someone's noticing you, acknowledging that. And it could be something to do with your work or what you're doing in the world and putting out. And look at that. I love it. Like the Ram energy, Ace of Acorns, creative force, confidence. Yeah, there's a really beautiful, powerful energy that's working with you to push you forward, to give you this new start. See, this is the new beginning. This is what you're being blessed with. And you're in the creative flow, feeling confident. Yeah, be confident in yourself. Be confident in your creative projects. Be confident, because this is a new start. And if it's with love, it's a passionate new start. And someone has a lot of passion for you. If it's work related or just spiritual growth or something personal goal, oh, it's happening. Like this is the path. You're on the path. You're on the path. And I'm like, okay, what's the path about? What's next? And it's love. It's your choice. It's a choice card. Okay. It's always a choice. Trust your intuition. It's always a choice, though. You always have a choice. Choose love. Be the love. Healing your heart. Trust this. Trust that there's love here for you, the perfect partner, and the, mating for life kind of a thing. And it's just like trusting the love, not the fear, trusting the love. What's at the bottom? Oh my gosh, I love it. And then I have to show you what's underneath. Okay, so the underlying energy is it's time. It's time to take the leap of faith. Go on a new adventure. There's a lot of potential for you. There's a lot of potential for love, for experience, for life, for traveling. You could be traveling. Look at the sun behind you. It's time. It's time to take a leap of faith to the other side, to something new, to a new way. And then look at that, the Emperor coming out. That was the card I got, and then we're ending with it. Focus, stability, building your empire. You're on solid ground, stability coming in. And there, I feel feminines, there is an Emperor energy, a sacred divine and masculine that may be a little different. Gonna do things differently, bringing the love in, bringing the passion, but bringing that focus and that drive. And they've got their eyes on you. If this is a job and you're looking for a job or a promotion, all eyes are on you. So remember that all eyes are on you. Somebody needed to hear that. And we're going to round this out. I hope you enjoyed this. Check out the information below. Take charge of your life. Hydrate yourselves properly. Reach out to me. Let's do some healing. Find the balance, and let's manifest your dreams. Here's a message, a final message from Mars. Mars urges you to take action, any action, but this can get you in trouble. Jump into motion, but stay in the driver's seat and think through the consequences of your moves. Mars is raw energy, and like the motor of a fine sports car, it can take you far if you add wisdom and guidance. Mars wants you to develop your strength and bravery, so work out and develop muscles or rescue the proverbial underdog. Boldly go where you have not gone before and passionately dive into life. Mars loans you the competitive edge to obtain a fiercely desired goal and teaches that for your yes to truly mean yes, your no needs to be respected. Know what you want and don't want, and be aware of those desires and people around you. Learn to fight and fight fairly. Stand your ground with grace and compete against your own personal best. If you are in a difficult situation, it could take real strength and willpower to transform or escape. You may need to dig in your heels so you are not pushed around or pulled out your sword to draw a clear line in the sand. Do what needs to be done. Just make sure it's the right thing. And I'm going to add for you, because it's all about you. I'm sending you so much love.